Good evening and a very warm welcome to one and all, and a very, very, very happy Independence Day to everyone. Welcome on my show, Tete at Suvees Power Meets, and I am Dr. Suhani Mendonça. So today is a celebration of our independence, but our today's guest says that exercise is a celebration of what your body can do, not a punishment for what you ate. It's so right for me. Well, without much ado, let's welcome our today's guest, none other than Sheetal Idnani. Let's give her a big round of applause. Welcome, Sheetal. Welcome to my talk show. I'm so pleased and so glad and so happy that you are here today with us.
Thank you so
Hello?
much. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah. It's so great to have you. So just for all the viewers to know, Sheetal Idnani is not only a very dear friend, but she's also from my school, so school buddy too. So that's fantastic. So without much ado, I'd like to introduce her. Sheetal, I'd like to introduce you formally to all our viewers who are watching us today. So Sheetal has had a bachelor's degree from HR College. She has also done her PGDIP in sports and exercise and science from Piramal Hospital. And she used to not only be a performer, she used to be a teacher, and she used to also work with Sharma Dawar. And for the longest time, I've known Sheetal used to do that. I remember in those college days when she used to be always running in and running out of her Sharma classes. And currently, she's a personal trainer and a fitness trainer. She conducts group and individual trainings for people in South Mumbai. So the line which Sheetal always uses is rejuvenate mind, body, and soul. So here we have Sheetal Idnani with us. So Sheetal, with your permission, may we start our chat for this evening?
Yes, of course.
So tell us, Sheetal, how were your beginnings, into this fitness training? How did this happen with you?
Well, let's see. Dance was my base.
Right.
So I started dancing, and from there, I think fitness just took over because to be a dancer, you have to be very fit. And
Yes,
it was a progression. It was a progression from dance to fitness. And it's
right,
been a journey of 25 years now.
right,
So
right, right.
it's been a great uphill journey, I should say. And
Wow. Yeah, that's great. That's superb. That's superb. So,
yeah.
so tell us about your time, when the first time you joined Shamak. How was it like? Did you just go for a normal, regular class to him, and then suddenly you became, a part of Shamak Dawa's institute?
That's the story. I was watching a show performed by the company at
Okay,
NCPA,
right.
and I must have been like 16 or 17, and I
Ah.
told my parents sitting right there that I'm going to be on that stage one day. They both looked at me and they were like,
Wow.
and well, few years down the road, I joined classes, and
Right.
40 days from joining class, I did my first show. It was the opening act of Apache Indian. And
Superb.
yeah, with the Shamak Dawar company on stage. That's how my
So,
journey began.
yeah, so what you actually, when you were watching a show yourself and you actually picturized yourself to be on stage came absolutely true. So manifestation, that's it. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So, tell me the number of years that you were with Shamak. Was it an I mean, I'm sure you must have, because dance would have become your passion and you must have
Yeah.
been really enjoying it. But was it a rigorous kind of
It was
sessions
very,
that you used to have out there?
yeah. So we used to do, so our days used to be 14 hours, 18 hours, depending, So it used to be like going to teach, going for rehearsal, if need be, taking a flight out, going and doing a show, coming back, and repeat. Yeah, so it was,
Wow.
yeah, and then a lot of training in between, a lot of
Right,
training. We were
right, right.
trained, and I think I would personally consider those the best years of my life. And I
Right.
think fitness came
Yeah.
right from there
From
because it was all
from
about the
there.
training. And
Yeah.
it was great fun.
Yeah.
It was the joy of doing things. And yes, we were all very passionate about it. Dancing was, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I
still,
can imagine. So
definitely.
I mean, it's so all this came to you at a very young age, because
Yeah.
working for so many hours and then traveling and then working and then teaching. So
Yes.
that's so it's really it began for you. It began your journey began very very early in life. So that's amazing, Sheetal. That's great to know. Super super. So tell me a little more about because I so clearly remember, used to have these classes in at the CCI club, and it used to be full on.
Yes.
There used to never be any space
Yeah,
left out there.
this was the
Yeah,
transition that I had. So once I finished working with Shamak, I moved on. I branched out on my own, and I
right.
started teaching at the Cricket Club of India, known as CCI,
Yes,
and
yes,
in
yes.
Mumbai. And I taught there the children's class and the adult class for very many
Right,
years, and
right,
great fun. I used to do a dance
right.
exercise class there. It was
Right.
fabulous. Great, great, great.
Yeah.
uh, I think that was my first venture out and on my
Right.
own. And that was in
Super.
my late 20s. And
Right,
it was
right,
great. And I started small private gym at the same time at my
right,
dad's place. I took
right,
over half
right,
of his office space. It was called the
right.
Movement Company. And that's when I started personal training. That's when I got into
Okay,
fitness. Yeah.
okay.
So right
So,
when I was dancing and teaching dance exercise, I moved into fitness at the same time. So it was
okay,
just
that's brilliant.
a
So it
progression.
happened, yeah, it happened simultaneously. Yeah, that's great. So by then you had already completed your course with Piramal Hospital, is it,
So in the
Sheetal?
process, I had already finished my course. I had also gone to New York. I had studied at the Albanelli. Yeah. So this was while I was working with Shah. So it
Ah,
was
okay.
just all about learning in those days. Yeah. So it was
Yeah. My
very good.
God, so many things you've done in one go. Studying at HR college, and then you went to Pyramids, and then you went to New York, and oh my God, like a whole lot of things at one go. That's great. And on top of that, teaching and working and performing. Brilliant, awesome. That's
And
fantastic.
then getting
Okay.
married. And then getting married after that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So, I remember till you were not married, you were really extremely busy with your classes and with your training and all. So once you got married, you had to take a sabbatical, right? For a while.
No, I didn't. I didn't take a
Okay.
sabbatical till I actually delivered. I was in my ninth month when I actually shut shop. So I got
Okay.
married, I
Okay.
continued working, and
Hmm.
once I was about to deliver, I shut
Hmm.
shop. I shut shop for 7 months and then went
Okay.
back to work again. Yeah.
Right.
So
Right. Right. Right.
I
So
would
once,
say it's been
sorry,
a journey
sorry.
where I have taken breaks, but
Right.
always come back to
Well,
work, always come back to training.
right,
So
right,
sometimes
right,
right.
right. Yes. So once you had Manav, your son, and all, then you also taught little kids in school, right? Dancing. So tell
My
us about
son
it.
in school, I also joined the play school as a teacher, and I started teaching dance exercise in his play school, and which then
Oh,
moved on to training the teachers. I got into
right,
personal training them, and so that's
right,
how always a progression. It was one step into
Uh,
another. Even if it was all about getting married, having a kid, I still continued doing the work wherever I
That
could.
you
So
right,
it was
right.
a movement, yeah.
Super, super. That's awesome. That's awesome. So that's where you and me have a similarity, because where you taught in your son's school, even I taught my son when Jai was born. He went to Kangaroo Kids School, and even I started teaching out there. So that's a similarity we both have. That's great. So tell
Well,
me something. Uh,
great to do, to be a part of your child's life, but kind of
yeah,
pursue what you're passionate about. So I
yeah,
think it helps us, helps us as
absolutely.
women, because we don't just sit back home, and we are able to do more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then suddenly, when you're so busy in life, and suddenly when you have to take a sabbatical and just sit back at home, that becomes very difficult, for people like us who've been like, on the go and on the move all the time. So yeah, I totally agree with you. And what better way than spending time in your child's school, with the other children and teaching them? I think that's fantastic. So, give us a little more insight, about the personal training, which you had started in your dad's office.
So I had set up a mini gym over there, and
Hmm.
took clients on a one-to-one. It was all about clients coming in for different
Hmm.
reasons. Somebody
Right.
wanted to lose weight, somebody wanted to tone up, somebody wanted to build strength, and we would work it all. Whatever the
Hmm.
client wanted would
Wanted.
be,
Okay.
yeah. It was it was a great experience, because in those days, actually 20 years ago, there were barely
Right.
any trainers. I mean, I think we were the first few
Yes.
in the city,
Yes.
and
Right.
great experience, I think, for us, because for us
Right.
we were the few who started something like that. And I guess even
Right.
for our clients who realized the benefits of coming and training on a one-to-one compared
One.
to sitting in a gym with so
Two.
many other people and then randomly doing exercises. So I
Right.
think
Right.
it was a great movement upwards for the world of fitness in those days.
Right.
So
Right.
we've
Right.
progressed. In the world of fitness, we've progressed, greatly progressed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the wow. That's awesome, because you were one of the few trainers who actually started, this one-to-one training.
Correct.
So that's a big one
So
out
in the
there.
city at that time, in Mumbai city, we were, I think, 7 or 8 of us who were doing this.
Oh, okay. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. So, you, of course, have always been particular, because you have been into the field of dance and then personal fitness and personal training and all you have been doing. So, of course, you have to keep yourself also fit. That's there. But Sheetal, today I'd really like to ask you, today's generation, the young ones, what do you think about them? Do you think they are more particular about their fitness and their training, or do you feel, because I remember in our times we were not even like bothered about, at least I wasn't, it was a different
I
world
think
then.
I think today's generation is a little more aware, because
Hmm.
we are exposed a lot more, and
Right.
the kids of today do know what they want, and they have
Right.
realized that health, fitness is very correlated. It's not about just saying that I need to eat good food or I need to
Hmm.
eat healthy. They have realized that
Hmm.
exercise has become a very vital part of the entire process of getting fit. So
Right.
so the kids of today are very, very aware. So when I do go into a gym, I see
Hmm.
lots of youngsters.
Lots of youth.
I see
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
of them at a very young age, right from the time they're
Right.
16, 17, and 18, they step into the gym
Right.
and they're working. Yeah, and I think sports also has taken a very large
Large. Yeah.
turn. So in our
Yeah.
days,
Yeah.
sports was not, even parents
Hmm.
didn't push sports so much.
Yeah.
Unless you
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
excelling in something, the parent didn't really bother. They were more academically inclined. But today,
Right.
all
Right.
kids play one sport or the other, and it's a
Right.
great. I think that itself is a movement towards getting fit, because every sport needs
Absolutely.
fitness, and again
Right.
it gets correlated. And I think these children are very, very, very aware, far more aware than we were. Definitively. Yeah.
That's really great to know, Sheetal, because I think they are our future,
Yeah.
and it's great. And in today's day and age, the amount of stress, the stress levels are so high, as compared to what we in our younger days, had at this same age. We didn't go through the kind of math stress that they are dealing with today.
No,
So
the
I guess it's
competitive nest today is so heavy. It's so heavy.
right,
You can't move away from it. It's very
right,
difficult. And then I think de-stressing is extremely important. And for most kids, it is some form of sport or exercise. For most of them,
right,
or playing an
right.
instrument. So yeah,
Ah,
they're all inclined towards moving in a direction which is a little away from academics now.
right, right.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to know. What about your son? Even he is into fitness,
Yeah, so
Sheetal?
he started playing tennis at a very young age, at
Oh,
around
that's
6 years. Yeah, yeah. So he plays tennis
okay.
and football. So yeah, so he's extremely sports oriented. Yeah.
Okay,
As I said,
that's
every child takes up something. It could be tennis, it could be football. Some kids go for cricket. Some just
mm,
like going to the gym and working out. So each
right,
to his own, but I see today's generation really,
right.
really working hard, which is great. I think, which is fantastic.
Wow, that's super. We've got a whole lot of people joined us. We've got Mervyn Tixeria who's saying hello, hi guys. Got Dr. Neil Asher who's saying super, super. And we've got Abbas Sagar who's saying hi, Sheetal ji, hi, Doc. Hi, Doc, how are you? Can you see my messages? Yes, we can see your messages. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining us. So now coming to the present day, the training that you do, and especially now Pilates has come in a big way. And since
Yeah.
the last couple of years, I've been just seeing Pilates everywhere. So can you give us some, shed some more light on it, please?
Pilates basically is comes in two forms. Okay, so there's a reformer
Mm,
Pilates, and then there is the floor
mm,
mat. The reformers is the
mm.
one that you work with machines, and the floor
Okay.
mat class is what I specialize in. I take a
Right.
Pilates floor mat class, which is Pilates basically is strength training of your torso. Okay, it's your core
Okay.
strength training, and I recommend people whichever sport you might play, whether you're a marathon runner, whether you play tennis, whether you play squash, whether you swim, whether you
Mm,
go biking, you do whatever you want, but you need to train your core because that's the backbone of your entire workout. If you don't train
right.
your core, you don't get strong, you can't excel in your sport. And
Right.
it's a great form of exercise, and it's
Mm-hmm.
a strength building exercise. And it also helps people who are coming out of physio, people who
Okay.
have, yes, so
Mm-hmm.
generally
Mm-hmm.
physiotherapists. So if you've had an injury, especially a back injury,
Mm-hmm.
most physios will tell you after you finish their sessions to move on
Mm.
to a Pilates class. So that's how
Okay.
you
Okay.
progress. Yeah, yeah. So
Right.
it's a
Right.
form
Right.
of workout, and I recommend it to every person. And it's one of those rare workouts that
Mm.
anybody, right from the age from a young kid to a senior citizen, can actually do. Today, my class has
Okay.
more. I would say there are more people in my class who are between 40 and 60.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So you
Yeah.
have a 65-year-old who comes in and does class, and you have to see her
Wow.
perform. It's amazing.
Wow.
She is so strong. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
all the strength. It's basically the core
Right.
strength, which really
Right.
works.
But tell me something. Does Pilates helps somebody who's extremely stiff? Okay,
Yes,
like even if you cannot even touch your toes, you're
yes,
like really stiff. Does it help?
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Move
Yeah.
a lot,
So slowly and steadily.
yes, yes, always.
Okay.
Pilates is one
Okay.
form of exercise which helps everybody. It is for everybody, and
Yeah.
it's a strength building exercise. I recommend it to everybody who does a sport, especially marathon runners. They all
Mm-hmm.
do Pilates at some form. Maybe they don't realize it. Maybe they're not
Right.
aware that the exercises that they're doing is a Pilates
Right.
form of exercise, but they are all doing
Right.
it. All training
Right.
there. So I think
Excellent.
it's so essential. It's an extreme essential in today's times.
Super, 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 Sheetal. Thanks for sharing. That was really, really insightful. So, now that we've been, I mean, we've all been since the last 5 months hit by COVID-19, the lockdown, and things. So, what's happened to your classes, Sheetal? Have you also moved to online classes?
Yes, yes. We've gone virtual.
Uh, Totally.
We moved with the times, yes. And classes have gone virtual completely. They're great fun.
Right,
Yes,
right,
I do agree that the physical presence is not there of the teacher,
right,
and
right.
I can't physically correct you. But yes, I'm
Mm,
there, and you can see me. I can see you, and
right,
it's still a great way of working out, especially when
right,
you're doing a class. It's great fun.
mm,
It's still great fun, and I
right.
do personal training also online now, and
Okay,
that is extremely that hasn't changed at all. In fact, that feels
okay,
exactly the same. Yeah. So
okay.
as a personal trainer, I would say doing a class virtual, uh,
Yeah.
I would suggest clients they should try it out because it's a great
Right.
feeling. One to one, you can be corrected very easily because as a
Mm-hmm.
trainer, I'm only concentrating on you and nobody else. And
Right.
I don't think there's too much of a difference between an actual physical class and a virtual class when it comes to personal training. Yeah.
Right. I think most people just have that bit of that, thing that, if I do a one-to-one, if my posture is not right, or if this is not right, then, or, am I going to hurt myself? So, do you feel the clients go through that kind of,
Um, well, I think also in personal training, when you personal fitness train people, you have to have
mhm,
a rapport with them. There has to be some form of
right.
connection that you have with them. And if the
Mm,
client has enough trust and faith in you, and
right.
then there is never an issue. And of course, you're
Mm,
physically there. You can see them on the screen. You know exactly
mm,
what you're telling them to do. And if they are
mhm,
making a mistake or if they're doing something wrong, you are there to correct them. You're there to stop them and tell
right.
them, and also they can physically see you, so you can show them
Yeah.
the exercise. And
Right. Right.
yeah, definitely.
Right.
So
Right. Right. So, I've so often, when you're just surfing the net and all, every time I surf the net, I see something new come up, something new come up in the form of exercise. There are so many different types of exercises that I do. There was once which I saw with the beer bottles, and I'm like, what is happening, And, they're like various kinds of, exercises which class which takes place, probably people are doing it for it to be more interesting, or so have you come across any such, because you're in the field, you would know much more, uh, uh,
well, let's just say our generation has a very small capacity to hold on to something, and they want something
right,
new all the time. It's like a new
right,
fad. Just the way there's a
right.
new fad diet. So it's the same. Same thing with fitness. Yeah. So they want to try something new all the time. Because of
Yeah.
which, what happens is then trainers work
Mm,
around their routines. They try and innovate. They try and
mm,
modify. And
mm,
I think it's a great thing. It's a great thing
mm,
because at the end of the day, if you're working certain muscle groups just in a different way and you're making it more
mm.
fun for your client, I say go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the very, very interesting ones. As soon as you go on Facebook and you just start surfing around and you'll see, oh wow, so many different types of classes come up, which you wouldn't have even heard of, Tell me, Sheetal, uh, of course, Pilates is all about the core. Okay, now we being Indians, okay, yoga is something which has come from it's our culture. It's come from it's come from our country. So, what do you find a lot of similarities between yoga and Pilates, or it's
Yeah,
completely
Pilates has been derived a lot from yoga and from dance. So these are the two
okay?
forms and martial arts. So when
Ah,
you look
okay,
up these forms of exercise, and
right.
that's how Pilates got formed. It's actually a
Okay,
dancer's exercise. Pilates
okay,
started as a dancer's exercise. So pole
right,
dancers all over the world, they
right.
actually do a private Pilates class. They will do a
Hmm.
private class because that's where you work from. You work from your core, and that's how
Hmm.
you dance. And
Right.
all dances do Pilates. So yeah,
Wow.
Pilates is part of yoga and dance,
Hmm.
and some amount of martial arts as well. Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. So, I mean, you have, of course, been a dancer, and you are now into Pilates, and you've been teaching so many people and all. So, do you dance yet regularly, or that's that?
Social dancing. Otherwise, my boots are all hung. We social dance, but that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Don't you ever feel that, okay, no, I need to do a bit of salsa, or I need to do a little bit of jiving, or something like, or there is no time at all, like,
No, of
because
course.
the kind,
We do feel like going and dancing once in a while. And yeah, that's when we
like,
actually go and do social dancing. But yeah,
dancing,
and
yes.
I would say as a dancer, I have hung my boots, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
It's been so wonderful chatting with you, Sheetal. I can't believe our time has really gone by, flown by. and 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 it's been great having this tete-a-tete with you. So lastly, it's just pure curiosity that that makes me ask you that what do you think is the future, Sheetal, where all this exercise and Pilates and all is going? Where do you think it's going to take us to?
I
Because
think
in
it's going to make everyone's health better. Exercise is all about it's all about health. It's all about getting
right,
fit, it's all about getting strong. And today's times are such that you see people of all ages wanting to get into sports, whether it's marathon running or whether it is
right,
playing tennis. And I think all these sports need some form of exercise to keep them, to make sure that you can play the sport better, to excel better.
right,
So
right,
I
right.
think fitness is only going to get, I think it's going to become it is already, I would say, a part of loads of
Yeah.
people. But I think it's
Right.
just eventually going to become like brushing your teeth. I think every single human being
That's
will,
great. I think,
will be working
uh,
out in some form of
yeah,
exercise. Sure.
I I think it's a must for each and
Yeah.
everyone except me, the lazy one like me,
I'm sure you
who's who's a foodaholic, chocoholic, and now since the last 5 months, because of the lockdown, even more excuse to eat more. So I'm sure, Sheetal, you would agree, to the fact that you have to be careful in what you eat, right? How much ever exercise you do.
Of course, it's a balance. It's a balance that you have to maintain. And I say this to all my clients. You might work out and burn 2,000 calories, but if you're going to eat 5,000 calories, I'm just being hypothetical, you are never going to lose that weight. Yeah, I have a lot of clients. I would say most of my clients who come into coaching training are losing weight. And of course, it's a big issue for a lot of people. And I please recommend, don't ignore what you eat. Diet is as important as exercise. In fact, I would say diet is Batman, exercise is Robin.
Nice one, nice one. I know. I
Definitely
Yeah. So we've got
want
Ashu Thakur joining us, saying, "Fabulous ladies." Hello, Ashu. Even Sheetal is saying hello to you. So that's great. So we come to an end of this lovely tete-a-tete on 15th of August. That's our Independence Day. And and I'm going to end it also in Sheetal's words as she says it, She's put up this quote up and she says, it's not about being perfect. It's about the effort that you put. And it's about the effort that you put in every single day. So for me, a person like me, listen, hear, understand, and do it.
Thank you
Well,
so
on
much.
that note,
Thank you.
sorry,
I said
any
thanks.
chance?
Thanks so much.
Yeah. So on that note, we would be ending tete-a-tete at Suvi's Power Meet here, and would like to tell all our viewers that Sheetal Idnani is present on all social media handles. She is there on Instagram. She's got her handle, which is called Score Fit. Am I right, Sheetal? Yes,
Scott.
she's there. Yeah, and she's there on Facebook with her name Sheetal Idnani, and she's also present on LinkedIn. So anything that you all have regarding fitness, regarding exercise, regarding Pilates, do write to her. She is available, and there's no one better than her who can give you the right guidance, the right guidelines, as she has been doing this for many, many years. So that she doesn't only have the experience, but she also has been working out herself regularly, and she has been training and teaching for such a long time. So do get in touch with her, people. That's all for me. That's Dr. Suhani Mendonca, and I'd really want to thank each and every one of you all who join us regularly on my talk shows. That's Tete Tete at Suvi's Power Meet. Do look me up on my YouTube channel. That's Dr. Suhani Mendonca. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. And do look up Sheetal Idnani too, and do write to her. I'm sure she will be more than happy to uh, to get back to you and reply all your queries that you have. So on that note, we would like to say bye bye to everyone. And before I go, as I always say, stay safe and be positive. And to all you young ones and everyone out there, if you have any issue which is worrying you in your mind, please do not just keep it to yourself. Do go out and discuss it either with a friend who you trust, a family member you trust, or your inner circle, because just by keeping it bottled up within you, it's not going to help you, nor it's going to help your health, right, Sheetal? What do you say?
Completely agree. I completely agree. Stay positive,
Yeah,
guys. And
yeah. So, and we shall say bye bye to all you lovely people, and have a great evening ahead, and God bless all of you. Bye bye, and see you soon. Thank you once again, Sheetal, for your time, and thank you for coming on my talk show, Tete Tete at Suvi's Power Meet. Bye bye. See you.
bye. See
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye. God bless. Bye.